How's it going, everybody? Rye here today, and we are back with our Anaheim Ducks franchise mode here in the Year 7 playoffs. And guys, it's do or die time. We changed our coach. He did bear fruit. He was able to get us to the playoffs with the best record in the Pacific Division. So hopefully that'll propel us onto a Stanley Cup run and at least go further than we've ever gone before, because I don't think we've even sniffed the Stanley Cup, let alone Western. I think we did make the Western Conference Finals once, maybe twice, but it hasn't been that frequent, and it's been a first or second round exit usually for this Ducks team. So hopefully we can get there today. But guys, I'm going to need all the likes we can. Can we get 15 likes to propel us to that Stanley Cup and hopefully win the cup? Also, guys, make sure to subscribe because we are on the road to 4K. Yes, guys, when I said we were on the road to 4K, you guys jumped on it. I gained 100 subs within like a week. You guys have been insane. We're 200 off of 3,000, and it's not even the end of January. So, guys, if you are new, if you stumbled upon this, or if you've been watching for a long time and think somebody else might enjoy it, share my videos and go ahead and subscribe so we can get to that 4K milestone by the end of 2022. It's going to be a great one. I'm excited for the rest of this year. My live streams are going well over on Twitch. Link is in the description. And so far, I've got a lot of fun summer content. You guys know my summer content's always pretty relaxed and chill. And we do those one team, one episode, get to the Stanley Cup kind of videos. So I saw some of you guys suggest that. That's usually my summer plan when I'm not ready to dive into a brand new series. Without further ado, guys, I'm picking up my controller. We are ready to get into the playoffs here up against the Nashville Predators. And if you guys remember, Kirill Kaprizov is on their team, and he's pretty freaking good. I think he led the NHL in points this past season, so we'll go ahead and take a look at Mr. Kirill Kaprizov's Nashville Predators. There he is, and as you guys can see, 105 points, 48 goals, his career best season here at the age of 30. Zachary Greer, who they drafted in the 5th overall in 2024. So he is, I believe, on the first year of his big boy contract. Yeah, he is. And yeah, man, they whatever they paid him, it's probably worth it. Yeah, 11.3, but damn, that's probably worth it. This guy looks filthy. He looks like he's got a good shot too, for somebody who's a playmaker. And then they've got Alexander Radulov just chilling up there. So this could confirm or deny our theory that X factors make a huge difference. Because if they do, I'm going to go out and find some more for our team. But then on their second line, they've got Luke Kunin with centering Kevin Stenlund and Eli Tolvanen, who's 90 overall. Good Lord, he's quite the goal scorer. So they got a really good top six, but they have an awful bottom six. Brock Nelson's not bad. Christian Fischer's not terrible. Sonny Milano, Hollander, and Haru's a fine fourth line. But then they got Matthias Moeller here, who's just tragic. I mean, 99 defensive awareness. Maybe the guy is really good defensively. We'll see. No, he's a minus 16. And only put up 15 points. So you can see he's the kind of guy that's not going to simulate well. So hopefully we can take advantage of him there. Defensively, it's a weak defensive core. And this, I mean, is long gone are the Nashville Predators with PK Subban and Roman Josi and Matthias Ekholm and Ryan Ellis and et cetera, et cetera. Now it's the Ryan Murray, Dante Fabro, Braden Schneider, Samuel Joland, Mikey Anderson, and Artem Kozlov, who is a medium elite. To be fair, he's in his third season, I want to say. No, he's in his first, actually, second season. They played him in the AHL, but he's an X factor there, and he's got medium elite, so he looks pretty good. John Gibson is the goaltender for the Nat. Oh my goodness, guys, what a revenge series this one's gonna be. You guys can see during the regular season, he put up pretty good stats both years he's been in Nashville. In the playoffs, though, with Nashville, he does the classic John Gibson thing of just letting in a ton of goals. So hopefully that works for us, because you guys can see here are the lines for your Anaheim Ducks. In case you've forgotten, Taro Santavori, Trevor Zegras, and Tomasino lead a very, very solid first line. Peyton Krebs, Mason McTavish, and the new deadline acquisition of Tyler Toffoli with his Schneip should be good. Then we've got Tracy Comtois McCallum, Victor Hadfield, who we did pick up, I believe, from St. Louis. I don't know. He was in AHL before this, but I think it might have been St. Louis. I can't remember. That looks like actually Vegas. Maybe? I have no idea. Anyway, then we have Fortier and Pete Montgomery. Pete Montgomery had a good season. 23 points, 19 goals, but I think it's just going to make our team better if we put him on the fourth line. Taking a look at the defense, we've got Dahlin and Drysdale. We did sign Rasmus Dahlin for a boatload of money in the summer. Actually, $7 million is not that much for him. He's a first-line defenseman. Then McDonald with Chernak. McDonald really does seem to thrive on that second pairing with Chernak, so that's where we're going to leave him. And then Zellweger with Ryan Merkley there. That's been a fine pairing. That's been, one that surprised, and then Thatcher Demko is in net for us. He's coming off a very, very solid season. 913 and 251. But last year's playoffs, he did not play so well. So we're hoping a defensive coach can get us over the hump here and get us into, the later stages of the playoffs. But here we go, guys. Up against Nashville. Game number... Oh, I don't want to... Nope, I pushed the wrong button. We're going to cancel that. And we're going to jump into game number 1. There we go. All right. Game 1 on home ice. How's it going to go? First period... And we are down 1-0. That scares me. That Ellie Tolvin on the second line does scare me. Second period. Ooh, a big one from us as Santivori breaks through Gibson's wall. Kozlov, who I identified as their best promising defenseman, gets one. But then Toffoli scores on the power play. Radulov scores for them on the first line. But then Victor Hadfield. So we have 2 trade deadline acquisitions stepping up here in this period. And then Tomasino there gets us the lead finally. In this one, I think, no, we did have the lead. I think Tyler Toffoli's goal might have gotten us the lead. But here we go, third period. It's time to put up or shut up. And Greer puts up and ties the game at 4. And then Brock Nelson, 5-5. But then Dahlin scores. What a first game of the series. Zach Greer will not be denied, though. And that's his second of the period. And with just 3 minutes, 2 minutes, do we have any more hope within us? There is no more goals in this one. Wow, what a game. A ton of goals scored throughout this one. Greer with 2 there. I wonder, did he get a hat trick? No, he did not. And we just didn't. I mean, our defense has got to be better. Our defense just simply has to be better. And sorting here, the bad line. Oh, that is Nashville stats. I was going to say, I don't think we had that many pluses. Yeah, the bad line for us was Zellweger and then Toffoli, McTavish, Merkley, Krebs. That's tough. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to read too much into it. It's one game. Hopefully, we can put that by the wayside, but we do have another chance on home ice to get this series back to even. But 6-5 is not what I want to see. Demko, I need you to outperform because Gibson let up 5. Demko, you can't let more than 3 in, buddy. Please. Let's go. Second game of the first round. First period. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. No goals scored means Demko's doing his job. Second period, there we go, 2-1. Toffoli scores again. Tomasino scores again. He was kind of silent last year's playoffs. Actually, no, he was the only one scoring. I believe Zegras was the one that was quiet last playoffs. But there's Brock Nelson chipping in with a goal to keep it manageable for Nashville as we start the period on a power play, but cannot score on it. But Peyton Krebs scores shortly after, and it's nice to see Krebs stepping up. Toffoli again, that second line is coming with the goals. They've been our best line probably in this 2-game stretch so far. And up by 3 goals. McDonald's going to add icing to the cake. I'm going to get rid of the last 5 minutes. It's a 5-1 victory. And John Gibson allowed another 5 goals. And I don't know why I want to keep going to Nashville's stats when I need to look at our stats. What a game from this second line. McTavish, Krebs, Toffoli stepping up in a big way. Nobody was a minus. That's what we like to see. Toffoli with 3 goals in 2 games. Love to see that. So, guys, maybe X factors are a big difference in the sim, in the quick sim. We'll see. We travel to Nashville now. That crowd is going to be rowdy, as it always is. First period sees Nashville go up 2-0, and that's exactly the script that they needed to follow. And 20 shots in the period, basically. Holy smokes. Second period, we answer back. McTavish and then Tracy. So the second line still killing it for us and getting some quality depth scoring from the third line here. I believe I moved Tracy up from the 4th to the 3rd line and moved Montgomery down, and it looks to have worked so far. Let's go ahead and start the sim for the third period. A big one. Whoever wins this third period is going to take the 3-2 advantage. Speaking of 3-2 advantage, Comtois on the power play gives us that 3-2 advantage. We've been on the power play the whole period. Half the period we're on the power play, only scores once, and then Kaprizov takes his power play opportunity and makes it 3-3. Greer scores again on Demko, but McTavish answers rapidly. 4 seconds later, he answers, and then Zellweger. 2.5 minutes later, Ryan Merkley gets us the insurance marker we need, and we are going to win a thriller here. What a comeback. We had the lead. We're up 3-2. Within the next 3 minutes, we drop 4-3, but then we turn it on. 4 seconds later, McTavish scores. Zellweger. 2 minutes later, Merkley a minute later after that. Beautiful to see it. 6-4 victory there on the road, giving us a 2-1 series advantage. Chernak and McDonald were the only negative line per se defensively. McDonald still had 5 shots, though. He did take a penalty, 2 hits. Hey, he's having a fine series, I think. But Toffoli, holy smokes, 3 goals. I'll take a goal per game out of Tyler Toffoli for sure. We're on the road again, up 2-1. This would be icing on the cake. This would be a little cherry on top if we can take this one. But I'm happy to at least have home ice advantage back. First period, there we go. Victor Hadfield on the 4th line is getting some very timely goals. Second period, there we go. Peyton Krebs stepping up. Now, I think he was very quiet last year, and it's nice to see him get some goals this year. But let's go jump into the third period. We're up 2-0 with a power play opportunity. No goal scored on that power play, but a massive lead in the shot category. And this is a surprising defensive battle. All things considered, with how this series has gone, you need like 5 goals usually to win in this series. But Game 4 looks to be a little bit different. And with 1 minute to go, your Anaheim Ducks are going to seal it with a shutout victory. I don't even need to look at the plus minus because nobody allowed a goal. So there we go. 3 straight wins for us. 5-1, 6-4, 2-0. Some very convincing wins, too. The 6-4 was a great bounce back win. Maybe Nashville was a little shell shocked after that one. But here we go. On home ice, a chance to close it out. Tyler Toffoli has been on fire. Will he get more tonight? First period, the answer is not yet. Schneider scores and Eli Tolvanen. Nashville gets the quick 2-0 lead with just a minute left in the period. Maybe our concentration lapsed here on home ice, thinking we could get to the period, but we do not. 2-0 after 1. After 2, though, it's 4-0, and I really don't see a comeback on the horizon for us. 4-0 Nashville, and they will most likely stave off elimination unless we can start to pop in some goals early and fast. And while Greer scores, I'm going to skip the rest of the period, not waste the time. And we got shut out that game, boys. 5-0. Dahlin and Drysdale have an awful game. Toffoli only playing 11 minutes. Why did he only play 11 minutes? I want him playing the 18 minutes that Krebs and McTavish are. Not too sure. Let's go ahead and continue here. Why is Toffoli not playing? Is Toffoli not on the power play or anything like that? Taking a look at the special teams. He's not. Oh, no, he is. He's right here. Look at that. He's got Schneip. Yeah. Don't ask me why he's not getting the 18 minutes that Krebs and McTavish are. I don't know if that's just a glitch or what, or if the coach decided to bench him. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we got Ralph Kruger back there. You bench your best scorer. I don't know. On the road, though, 2 more chances to close it out. Hopefully it doesn't go down to that last chance there. Here we go. Game 6 on the road. We've been good in Nashville. Can we do it again? First period. Yes, we can. Moeller scores for them, but Toffoli and Hadfield, again, 2 trade deadline acquisitions. I love to see that, and I love to see them crashing the net like they are. I love to see guys that we acquired actually turn up for us. I hate the Anze Kopitar trade. That's one that, no. I don't want guys like that. They're going to be 0 points in 6 games and big minus. But anyway, second period sees us score even more. Trevor Zegras and McTavish on the power play. McTavish scores again, and Stenlund scores there for Nashville to get them within 3, I guess. But really, as long as Demko does Demko kind of things, we are through into the second round. I'm counting my chickens. I don't care if they've hatched yet. Nashville power play. We're going to score on their power play. Absolute domination. And Demko has allowed 3 goals, but John Gibson is gifting us this win. What an absolute mare of a series for John Gibson. A revenge chance to say, hey, it was not my fault. I wasn't the reason that we weren't going far in the playoffs. Well, guess what, buddy? You just confirmed it. You were the problem. Taking a look at the points here. Let's go to player stats. I just want to see how bad Gibson was. It's not Schadenfreude. Don't worry, I'm not taking pleasure in it, but I just want to see how bad was he. What are the stats? 870, 436. Now, I know we got a good team, but holy smokes, 436. 870 is not, I mean, it's off. Come on, it's bad. Okay, it's bad, but like, it's not, 780, right? But 436. Oh, he did get a shutout too. That's with a shutout. Holy Jesus, John Gibson is not a playoff goalie. All right, and we move on, and it looks like we probably will face the Calgary Flames in the second round here of the playoffs, the AHL playoffs. Our team has moved on. Ooh, Seattle draws it back. Wow, a lot of game sevens across the NHL. Look at that. Toronto wins in game 7, Buffalo, Boston in game 7, Carolina Islanders in game 7, and the Calgary Flames versus the Seattle Kraken in game 7. Playoff round is over, and it's Seattle coming back from 3-2 with a 2-0 shutout victory in the final game of their series in game 7. That is a big one. So now let's go ahead, take a look at the lines, not for the Arizona Coyotes, but for the Seattle Kraken. I have Clayton Keller, Andrew Kopp, and Tristan Trevelyan, who I believe was taken just a few years ago. He's in the first year of his big boy contract. There it is at 8.3. And while he may not be as good as Zachary Greer, I believe it was from Nashville, he's still a pretty good player, guys. You got to watch out for him. He doesn't have anything really in the 90s, though, other than his offensive awareness and his speed. So he's not going to be a dominant player, but they do seem to have quite a bit of depth. They've got Drouin, Dylan Strome, the Dylan Strome Revenge Series. We just traded him this past offseason. He did his Dylan Strome thing, 60 points, 20 goals, plus low plus minus, right? He does Dylan Strome things, but I was just ready to move on there, and we got the cap hit off of our books. Don't know if he's probably worth 7.8 million, but not to me. Wow, we're going through a whole series of revenge series. Whole playoffs of revenge series. But then you got Daniel Lemaire here, who's an X factor and looks really quite good. I mean, I guess he is a third line scoring forward, but man, he's only got 2 goals so far, but hey, not too bad. Parr, Hovland, and then Alex Tuck, Ryan Johansson, and Nikita Gusev. So an older fourth line there, but they can still do the business. Defensively, they are a little bit weaker. Cam Fowler revenge series as well. Vince Dunn with Ethan Bear, Jacob Trouba, Cam Fowler, Ryan O'Rourke, and Kevin Ball. So there you go, guys. A lot to be talked about in this series. And then Yuri Kapitanov, who actually played out of his skull in that round. Glove high, glove low. His glove is insane. And maybe that's what it takes, is just a high glove stat. Good speed, good agility, high glove stat. Looks really good. I mean, for those categories, other than that, it's not that great. So we will go ahead and see how he stacks up to our offense that was just on fire against John Gibson. Was it John Gibson or was it our offense? We will find out. But here we go, guys. Game 1, we have home ice advantage again. Second round of the playoffs. Let's go. I'm kind of glad I get to just do this with you guys. I do like this new style of just going through the playoffs as is. First period, though, it's 1-1. We do start off with Toffoli again, but Lemaire on the third line, that's one that I'm going to be worried about. Second period, Drouin scores on their second line, but Santavuori scores for our power play. And it's 2-2, but Vince Dunn scoring just a minute into the period, not even, and gives Seattle a quick 3-2 lead. But Tomasino scores on the power play, and our power play is starting to click, starting to heat up. You can't take penalties against this Anaheim Ducks team, or we will make you pay. But a very, very tight first game so far. With the last 5 minutes, are we going to have one more regulation goal? The answer is no. So let's go ahead, jump into overtime here, and there it is. It is going to be Taro Santavuori, and I knew it was us because I saw the shots just jack up for us there at the start of the overtime, and just 90 seconds into an overtime period, we are going to win 4-3. A goal per period? Hey, I'll take it, especially if our defense plays well, but Segrist, Santavuori, and Chernak, a -2, even with Santavuori's 2 goals, so that is tough. It was a power play goal, one of them, so he doesn't get the plus for that, but their first line, I guess, is gonna, maybe that my first line's not as good defensively. I don't care because we're winning games. We're up 1-0 in this series. Why change it now? Game number 2 on home ice. Can we take a commanding 2-0 series lead? First period, we do not start off well as there's Tristan Trevelyan on Demko, getting the first goal of the game again for Seattle. Second period, Santavori snaps back with a power play goal, and the guy has been on fire against Seattle. Here we go. 1-1 in the third period. First 5 minutes go by. The next 5 minutes go by. Halfway through the period, nothing to announce yet except for maybe now a Seattle power play. Does not capitalize on it. 5 minutes ago, Seattle gets another power play. A goal here surely decides the fate of the game. We're headed into overtime one more time. Back-to-back home ice overtime games. Can we get it done? We're not going to get one that early this time, but we are dominating the shots again in this overtime period. We are putting the pressure on. But Anthony Mantha scores for Seattle, 37 shots apiece. We just couldn't score enough goals. Only one goal for. That's not what you want to see. But a big minus from. Why is everybody a minus for us? I hate that. Like, everybody's a solid minus. But back-to-back overtime games, we split them 1-1. No longer have home ice advantage. Wonder if I want to change up this first line, maybe? Maybe moving Zegras off this first line because he's a -5. So like, nope, wrong button. There we go. Swap him with McTavish, maybe? I mean, we get a -1, but McTavish has been so good. I'll try it. We'll see. Giving McTavish the first line ice time is a bit risky, I guess, but man, Zegras has just been so quiet. He's been so disappointing in this playoffs. I mean, -5, no thank you. At least Tomasino and Santavori are popping up with goals. Hopefully McTavish now can give us a little stability on that first line. He deserves the extra ice time, though. First period, nothing. Okay, so defensively solid first period. Not too bad. It looks like it's going to be a pretty low scoring period or series with neither team scoring many goals per period. Second period, though, it's 2-1. Comtois into Foley scoring with Jonathan Drouin as well. But we do have the lead. That is the most important part. A 2-1 lead and a chance to go on the power play here. Can't extend the lead. We need that insurance marker. I will not feel comfortable until we get it. 10 minutes to go in the period. We get another chance on the power play. We cannot score, but that means Seattle's not scoring either. We get another power play chance. 1 minute to go. Seattle played power play, and we didn't need that insurance marker. And there we go. Peyton Krebs was a +2 to Foley. Zegras was a +1 with an assist. Love to see it. Love to see the guys getting points when they should. All right. Up 2-1 again in the series. Mason McTavish did not. I think, no, he did. Did he get a point? No, I don't think he got a point in that game, but that's okay. It was very solid defensively. I will move Zegras back. Probably if we move on from this one, I'll just switch it back to the way it was and see the matchups as is. But for now, we're up 2-1 after neither. I mean, we're +1 in the goal differential in this series. This is a tight series, guys. This is going down to the wire, maybe. Unless maybe we can get our offense clicking here in this game. First period. Okay, so both teams get their offense clicking as Mantha scores and Zegras finally gets on the score sheet there on the second line. Nice to see him finally chip in with a goal. Second period, it's 3-2. Santavori scores, but Tuck on the fourth line and Mantha scoring for them as well. It is 3-2. Our power play is clicking, though. Speaking of a clicking power play, we get a chance to tie it on the power play and another one, and we can't score again. The shots are massively in our favor, and this 80 overall goaltender is stoning us cold as Alex Tuck, the 85 on the fourth line, gets Seattle the insurance marker. With 5 minutes, we need to start scoring and quick. 2 minutes, 1 minute. Fortier gives us a chance. Not gonna happen. We had a slight chance. 4-3, and again, a 1-goal game. Wow. For Chernak, -3, McCallum -2 with Comtois, Dahlin, like, why are we all such minuses? Are we? It's because we're scoring a lot of our goals on the power play, I guess. But the Colorado Avalanche have advanced to the Western Conference Finals, awaiting the winner of this one, as it's now a best-of-3. They sweep the San Jose Sharks. Here we go, guys. Game 5 on home ice. We now have home ice advantage. McTavish did get 2 points in that game, though, so that's good to see him chip in with some points as well. First period, nothing. Okay, I feel like nothing favors us, maybe? I don't know. At this point, I can't predict if an 80 overall goaltender is just going to get hot at the right time. Second period, 1-0. Maxime Comtois, the third line. Okay, chipping in with some timely goals. A very, very tight, intense third period awaits us. First 5 minutes go by, no goal horn sounds. Another 5 minutes go by, and halfway through the period, it's still a 1-goal lead for your Anaheim Ducks. 5 minutes to go, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. No, Strome scores. I was about to say no goals are scored, but Strome, short-handed with 31 seconds to go, ties it for the Seattle Kraken. And we head to overtime. Our power play expires. We get another one. We can't score on it. Come on, Anaheim. I believe in you guys. Don't let that shock deflate you. Just keep the momentum up. We had such a good game going. Can we keep it up? Both goalies playing phenomenally with 5 minutes to go in this first overtime. Ryan O'Rourke scores, and Seattle is now up 2-1. Guys, I gotta switch it back. I gotta put McTavish back on that second line, I think. Who's been the most disappointing? Probably. Honestly, maybe you know what? Honestly, I might move Pete Montgomery up for Landon McCallum, because why not? And then Zegras swap there, put him back there. I think Chernak has been pretty abysmal. -10. Good God. He's Merkley deserves to play. Oh, nope, don't scratch him. Wrong button again. There we go. We're going to move Chernak down. He's just been horrendous for us. I mean, absolutely horrendous. So we're going to move Merkley up. And we got to win these next two. Otherwise, we are out of the playoffs here, guys. Climate Pledge Arena awaits potentially a Seattle Kraken Western Conference Finals berth, or we force it back to Anaheim. Oh, I please hope it's Anaheim. I really feel like we're the better team. They're just pretty deep, and they're getting contributions when they need them. Their goaltender's stealing some of these. First period, 1-0. Landon McCallum on the fourth line is going to score. I just demoted him, and he's like, fine, I'll take this opportunity to score. I love it. Second period. Okay, it's 3-1. I saw a lot of goals pop up. I got really nervous. Santivori and Toffoli. So there we go. Our top six starts to score again. Ryan Strome on the third line is going to score for them to bring it back to within 2 and within shouting distance, I guess. We still have that 2-goal lead, that insurance, but Seattle gets a power play here, and they're going to score on it on Demko. Bear in the crease gets Seattle back to within 1 as we give up another power play chance. We do kill it off, though. 3 minutes to go, 2.5, 1.5, and Clayton Keller scores with a minute. We are choke artists. Do not choke this series away. Last game we had 1-0, a minute to go. This game we had 3-2, a minute to go. Can we please win this one in overtime? Who will come out on top here? Halfway through the period, no goals are scored, but there it is. It's Phil Tomasino. It's Tomasino. He scores, and we force game 7. I just want to make sure his name is actually Phil. Please, Phil the Thrill, Tomasino. Kessel retires. It's time for a new thriller. Phil the Thrill Tomasino. Oh my goodness. Wins it in overtime, as I thought we were about to choke that game against Seattle. We had a 3-1 lead in the third, and they tied it with a minute to go. An absolutely massive game 7 awaits. And speaking of awaits, the Colorado Avalanche await the winner of this series. The whole NHL awaits the winner of this series as Buffalo moves on to face Washington in the East. First period, it's 1-0 early. Andrew Kopp scores for Seattle. We're being outshot too. That's not what you want to see. Second period, holy smokes, we break out. We finally get to the goalie. We finally break him. They benched him. They're under their 74 backup as a 5-goal second period gets the Anaheim Ducks a 5-1 lead. McTavish, McDonald, Montgomery, Tomasino, and Comtois. What an explosion there in the second period, and Santivori's not done. We aren't done. We're going to make sure we don't choke this one. I was about ready to call us choke artists here, guys. Santivori completes the hat trick, and I mean, Mr. Game 7, Taro Santivori with the hat trick. Is it too early to call him Mr. Game 7? I don't know. The legend is still out, but Pete Montgomery scores again, giving him that extra bit of ice time, moving him up from the fourth line, and that's what we needed, was more goals, and we got him. Holy smokes. What an absolute performance. We finally figured out their stupid 80 overall goalie. 74 overall goalie didn't do much better, to be fair, but when they only score one goal, I mean, honestly, Demko played pretty darn well that series. A little heavy in the goals against, but you know what? I don't really care at this point, as we have moved on and have home ice advantage in the Western Conference Finals against the Colorado Avalanche. Holy smokes. And like I said, it's Washington Buffalo over in the East. Colorado, though, what are you throwing up against us? It is Sean Monahan, Nathan MacKinnon, and Jesse Yolonen. So they are going for the, I guess I would say, the Penguins approach. You know how the Penguins always put random wingers with Sidney Crosby and they just happen to do well? I wonder if that's what they're doing here with Yolonen, who's got 5 points in 9 games, not too bad. 11 points in 9 games there. So not a ton of points there from their top guys, but they got Calle Yarncrook, Alex Newhook, and Mikko Rantanen. Now that's 9 points, Six points. So they're just getting contributions from their top 6. They got Gabriel Landeskog, Zachary Bolduc, and Martin Kaut. So some X factors here, and 9 points, 7 points, 10 points. So they are getting contributions from every line. There's no single line that's carrying them, and even the fourth line has not been too bad. Defensively, it's Bowen Byram and Cale Makar, 12 points, 7 points, +8, +9. Then they got Devin Tays and Wesley Lake, which is not a good pairing, guys. That is not a good pairing. Maybe one we can take advantage of. Logan Stanley playing with Cameron Crotty as a pretty good pairing. They're not putting up points, but they're not getting scored on when they're out there. And in goal, Jesper Wallstedt is their goalie, who's got low elite potential at 25, 83. He's a solid goaltender. Maybe not the best, but they've only lost 1 game so far in the playoffs. Hopefully, we can add 4 to that. 934 and a 209 is really good. And they have Frederick Anderson backing them up, too. So it's not like we chase him. We're guaranteed. And they also have a good scratch. Wow, there's no wonder that this team is in the Western Conference Finals. We are not changing a thing about our lines. I love the way we played in that last 2 games. We played so strong. Can we carry it into this series? We went to 7. They swept their last opponent. So hopefully the tired legs don't catch up with us. First period, though, on home ice. Hopefully our fans and you guys down in the comment section are giving us that boost we need to take this conference. First period, it's 2-1. Santavori and Tomasino. So we're getting goals from the top line. I love to see it. Bowen Byram for them. It's going to happen. Second period, and there we go. It is now 5-2. McDonald, Hadfield, and Tracy scoring. Mikko Rantanen for them, and there we go. I love to see us get a solid game under our belt early with Fortier getting us a 6th goal, and we have now put in 14 goals in our last 2 games. McKinnon and Landeskog, though, on the power play. It's a 2-goal lead. Do we need to worry? We don't need to worry. Taro Santavori found his shooting gloves, his stick. He found the right stick. Oh my God. 5 minutes to go, and it's now a 1-goal game. 2 minutes. Toffoli gets us 1 more, that insurance marker. Holy mackerel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goal third period thriller. 8-6 final. Good Lord. And the worst pairing was Drysdale and Dahlin, but being only a -1, I'm not upset about that at all. Tomasino now with 18 points in 14 games, 7 goals, 11 assists. Hopefully, we've averaged 8 goals over the last 2 games. 16 goals in 2 games is a lot of goals. Hopefully the offense stays there. The defense needs to round up a little bit. Demko, buddy, I know, like 4 goals. I'll increase my want from 3 to 4 for you, Demko. Come on. Game 2, home ice advantage. First period, and they still have that momentum from the last one. We were unable to score in this period. So the first time either team has not scored in the period, I think it was us. Yeah, anyway. Martin Kaut scores for them from the third line on the power play. Second period, no goals scored. And we go from a 14-goal thriller to 1 goal after 2. Yolonen is going to score, and it's 2 goals now to the Colorado Avalanche. First 5 minutes in favor of them. Zachary Bolduc on the third line scores as well, but Toffoli gets us a 1 goal back. Can we maybe put some pressure on him here? Peyton Krebs with the shorthanded goal. 5 minutes to go. Do we have 1 more in us? Can we force overtime from the power play? And the power play, 5-on-3, we can't score. It's a 3-2 loss. The Colorado Avalanche have evened the series, but we have added a loss to their column for the first time. And since the first round, holy smokes, Colorado's been on a tear. We're now heading to Denver. The air is going to be a little thinner. Can we keep our legs going? We played a lot of games so far this postseason. First period. Okay, we can. Trevor Zegras scores. I love to see that. Against Nathan MacKinnon, too. Ryan Suzuki scores for them. It is 1-1. Second period, and there we go, McDonald. I've been saying he's been taking a lot of shots. It was only a matter of time before he scored. We have a 1-goal lead, but we know against these Colorado Avalanche, a 1-goal lead is not enough. We need to keep scoring. We need to put up more shots, more goals. We are absolutely balling out there with the shots. We are just offensive zone time off the wazoo. The team gets a power play. And we score on it. Toffoli gets us that insurance marker, but a really, really solid game. 3-1 there against Colorado. You guys can see here, we've got McDonald and Merkley, a great pairing there. Moving Merkley up was a great idea. Chernak was actually apparently hurting us just a little bit. Here we go. Game 4, up 2-1 in the conference finals. Let's get it underway. First period, 2-1. Okay, McTavish and then Zegras. You love to see it. Our second line, their second line, our stars. Scoring. You love it. Second period. Oh my God. Demko collapsed as MacKinnon with the natural hat trick gets in his head, and then he allows 4 goals in the last 4 minutes of the period. Within 2 minutes, actually. That is brutal. And now I went from feeling good that we may take a 3-1 series lead, 7-2 now. I don't think we've got it in us to come back. We do score one more. Santivori scores on the power play, but a 7-3 drubbing. 5 goals. And I don't know if I can blame the team for this one. It was just MacKinnon took over. Just one of those games. We at least are still 2-2 in the series. We're not losing yet. Best of 3 now as Buffalo has swept Washington, and the Buffalo Sabres are in the Stanley Cup Finals. Oh man, I really want to get there now. Game 5, huge turning point in this series. The winner has to win one of the next 2. The loser can't lose again. First period, nothing. Both teams feeling a little nerves. This is a massive game between 2 tremendous teams. Second period, it's 3-1 as we get 3 goals. Santivori, McTavish, Hadfield, MacKinnon does maybe start a comeback thought for Colorado as we were up 3-0, and I would have felt really good going up 3-0 into the period, but Makar now gets them to within 1. We're going to need another goal. Colorado's power play, we do kill it off. We're going to need another goal. Makar scores on the power play. Like I said, we still need just 1 more goal. They're going to get a power play again. We kill it off though, and we head into overtime. And guys, I think we're about ready to jump in and watch. I think we're gonna just do a CPU versus CPU game. There, actually, no. Back. We're gonna actually just lock our. Don't. Wow. Okay, we're gonna lock ourselves as the coach. If you guys ever want to know how to do this, you click the left stick until you see CO there. There we go. I'll make sure that the camera angle is the camera angle we want. Here we go. Yeah, we do not want zone. We want true broadcast there. Volume settings, commentary is off because I will be your commentator for this game. Huge game 5 coming up. I'm going to need to have my coffee. Thank you guys. I apologize. That is a bit unprofessional to be drinking during a YouTube video, but here we go. It's Zegras versus MacKinnon. MacKinnon wins the faceoff. Makar now takes it back into his own zone. He finds Monahan, but picked off. Zegras now finds Tomasino, who gets it in deep. Santivori's getting in on Byram. They're going to go to work. MacKinnon gets down there. Tomasino comes out in front. Tomasino shoots. Tomasino scores. Fill the thrill in overtime. Tomasino with the goal. And we have just taken game 5. A 3-2 series lead now belongs to your Anaheim Ducks. Let's go. Holy smokes, boys. You love to see it. Oh my word. Love it. Early from Tomasino. And we are 1 game away from the Stanley Cup Finals, taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Here we go. On the road. Tomasino, can he do it again? First period, 1-1. It's Fortier and Monahan. Again, a tight series. This has been a tremendous Western Conference Finals so far. Second period, no goals have been scored. And we are heading into period number 3, tied 1-1. Anybody's game. Here we go. 2-1, Santavori scores as I just missed it. Let's go. We have now taken a 2-1 lead, and with 1 minute to go, there it is. We have punched our ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals. Anaheim versus Buffalo comes at you right now, because we are not stopping the video at any point. Like you guys wanted to see, is just a deep playoff run. Buffalo, we're coming for you. Let's go. If you understand that reference, leave it down in the comment section. I hope you guys understood that reference. But here we go. Buffalo, I'm so excited. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Isaac Rozan, Jack Eichel, and Victor Olofsson. Rudolph's Balsers, Brad Lambert, and Jeff Skinner still killing it. I was hoping he's still on his $9 million. Kyle Cernkovich, Dylan Cousins, and Colin White. Oscar Lindblom, David Gustafsson, and Eric Doig. Doig's got dude, what that? 99 passing, 99 offensive awareness, and a 96 wrist shot? Good Lord. He's putting up 13 points on the forward line. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I would replace him for Jeff Skinner. Anyway, taking a look at the defense, it's the Rasmus Dahlin revenge game, guys. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Jake Bean, Brett Pesce, Noah Juleson, Tobias Bjornfoot, Nicholas Bodine, and Tyler Myers makes his way back to Buffalo, but it looks like their second pairing is actually the better of the pairings. How is the first line played? Jack Eichel with 21 points is doing really, really well. Victor Olofsson there. Lambert. Oh, the second line is a huge minus. We can maybe take advantage of it. But Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen was 12-5 right now, 920 and a 249 with a single shutout. But here we go. It is the Stanley Cup Finals, in which we have home ice advantage. What a run for your Anaheim Ducks. And at this point, guys, I can't fault the team for whatever happens. We made it this far, the farthest we've ever made it. Tremendous effort in a lot of these series to come back from being down, and these tough teams. That Avalanche series is going to stick in my mind forever. I hope it sticks around as a channel legend, because that was what a series. But it all will be forgotten if we don't lift the cup at the end of this one. Can't talk about storylines and going down in the history books if we don't win this series. We need to win this series to make it truly a legend. Here we go. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals is underway. First period. Yeah, Santavori scoring again. The man is a machine. Let's go. Second period. And there we go. Victor Olofsson scores on the power play, but after Tomasino, Phil the Thrill scores shorthanded. Pete Montgomery scoring on the power play for us, and it's a 3-1 lead as we head into this third period, giving Buffalo a 5-on-3 power play. We are able to kill it, though. We give them another power play, but McTavish scores again. Another shorthanded goal. And just game 1. We can't get too hyped, but game 1, 2 shorties, 4-1 right now over Buffalo. And it's 5-1 as Tyler Toffoli scores again. Jake Bean scores for them. 5-2. Jeff Skinner makes it interesting with 2 minutes to go, but it's not going to be enough. A 5-3 win, and Demko went back to allowing 3, which I said is allowed. He's allowed to do that. He 3 goals against. Fine with that. All right, here we go. Game 2 on home ice after a 5-3 win in game number 1. 26 points for Phil Tomasino in 20 games played. Philip, I love you. Let's go. Get us another dub here, boys. Come on. We're on home ice. We got the fans. You guys are behind us. Absolutely love to see it. First period. Oof. A big first period from Isaac Rozan, and Colin White gets one as well. But Santavori does keep us in this one. It's only after 1. We still have a chance here. Second period. McDonald keeps it. He pulled us back to within 1, but Lindblom gets the Buffalo Sabres back to their 2-goal advantage. It's not out of it yet, but Jack Eichel scores and makes it 5-2. 6-2 now. Rudolph's Balsers. Maybe it's time to take a look at where they're scoring and just see what we might need to adjust, because I don't think we're coming back from 4 goals just yet. But never say never. We got 5 minutes to go. It's probably not happening, but hey, you never know. Santavori scores. We need 3 more of those. Rudolph Balser scores the empty netter, and we're not going to get 3 more. It's a 7-3 final. But where do we need to improve? Zellweger and Chernak got demolished. McTavish, Montgomery, Tracy. Okay, so that was the second line, third. It's all over the place, guys. There's really no consistent negative besides Eric Chernak. I wonder. It's a -10. Zellweger's a -2. Oh my God, those guys are such a good plus. Scratched. We've got Jorgen Henriksen, who was pretty bad, to be honest, in the regular season, and I don't think I want to turn to him, but he was okay in the playoffs in the AHL. I'm not turning to this guy. There's no way. You can't make me turn to Jorgen Henriksen. Chernak, you just need to play better, my guy. I really don't want to turn to Jorgen Henriksen in place of Eric Chernak. Oh my goodness. 1-1 though. I can't panic yet. It's only 1-1, a bad loss, but we had a good win. So they cancel each other out. Here we go. First period. Tyler Toffoli on the power play, getting us a 1-0 lead here in Buffalo. Second period. I'll take it. No goals are scored. Buffalo heavy on the shots, but we get a power play to start the third. It's a long one too. Oh my God. It's a long one, and we can't get our advantage extended to 2. With 10 minutes gone in the period, though, still 1-0 to Anaheim. 7 minutes, 6 minutes. Oh, Demko, I believe in you, buddy. Come on. Just keep the door closed tight. A minute. Zellweger scores the empty netter, and we get out of here with a 2-0 shutout victory. And what a tight game that one was. After 2 pretty dominant performances from either team, that was tight. 1-0 for most of the game. And here we go. Game 4. We're up 2-1 in the series with a chance to make it 3-1. All right, I'm getting a little excited. Don't get ahead of myself. Here we go. First period, Buffalo starts out strong with Dylan Cousins late in the period too. Second period, sees them. Tyler Myers get a 2-0 lead. Comtois scoring, but Jack Eichel gets that advantage back to 2. But Peyton Krebs, the actual Buffalo Sabre, gets us within 1 so early, but Jack Eichel just a minute after that, not even, just under a minute after that, getting Buffalo their 2-goal lead back, and they have doubled us up in shots. Can't blame Demko for this one. It's been all one-way traffic, all Buffalo here in game 4. Santavori gives us a chance to force overtime, and McTavish gets a 4th goal, and we are heading into overtime. And you better believe we're watching this one. I don't care if it's only game 4 and it's 2-1. We are watching this game here, guys. Buffalo, Anaheim, game 4, overtime with your Anaheim Ducks. God, I'm a Buffalo fan. I got my Bills stuff on, but man, it's crazy right now to be rooting for the Anaheim Ducks against the Buffalo Sabres. But you know what? Screw it. I'm the GM of the Anaheim Ducks, and we got to win this one. Jake Bean is going to skate it in, finds Roseanne, but that is offsides. We are able to take a little breather here. Stanley Cup final, there it is. Jack Eichel with the make it snappy. Santavori's make it snappy. Will the X Factors come into play here? Jack Eichel wins the faceoff. Pesce now to Olofsson. Olofsson stopped at the line. It's going to be picked up by Drysdale. Finds Santavori, who gets knocked off by Eichel, but Dahlin comes back and knocks Eichel off. Dahlin chased into the net by Eichel, who's the assistant captain. He's the alternate captain. Are you? Oh my God, we got 2 of the best goal scorers there. Guys, X Factors make a huge difference in the postseason. There's no way Tyler Toffoli should be the second highest goal scorer. I mean, obviously, we're in the Stanley Cup Finals, so our guys are going to be there naturally because we played more games. But there we go. We lose the faceoff. We did win it, but they picked it up. Olofsson on Dahlin. Look at Dahlin. Look at Dahlin battling against his former team. Didn't want to sign him and give him the money he wanted in free agency. A battle down low. Dahlin now. Demko covers up, and we are going to get the opportunity to maybe switch lines. Yeah, you know what? We'll switch lines. We'll get McTavish out there. This first line's been hemmed in pretty badly right now. We'll get Krebs, McTavish, and Toffoli out there. Hopefully McTavish can win this draw. McTavish does tie up Jack Eichel. In comes Krebs out to Toffoli, and we are up and out of the zone. Jack Eichel skates as we dump that thing down deep. Pesce gets forechecked by Krebs. There's Roseanne. He's had a good series so far. He skates back into his own zone to Jack Eichel. Ooh, the stick lift from Krebs just misses there, but Olofsson now. Krebs is flying all over the ice, but Olofsson is able to get into the zone. Picked off by McTavish. Over to Dahlin. Dahlin is now going to skate with it. Dahlin up to Peyton Krebs. Peyton Krebs dangles through the middle. Peyton Krebs loses the puck, and they're going to find Lambert on a breakaway. Lambert in overtime shoots. Saved by Demko, and he passes out to Dahlin. What a madman. Peyton Krebs now comes up out of the zone. Peyton Krebs is gonna dangle with it. He doesn't know what he wants to do with it. Jake Bean, though, he's gonna board play him. I'm fine with that. The puck is loose down there somewhere. Skinner comes away with it and now finds Lambert, who's gonna use his ankle breaker. He's dangling through the neutral zone totally unnecessarily, but there it is. Toffoli picks it off. Oh, the shot is quick. The puck was loose, and oh, it's gonna just slide to center ice. Somebody go pick that up. Juleson now with the puck. He's going to find Bjornfoot over to Jeff Skinner. Jeff Skinner finds Lambert. Shot is blocked. Over into the corner goes Tomasino. Number 26, Phil the Thrill. Up to Merkley. We got the first line back out there, it looks like, with Tomasino out there, and he is going to get decked. We have one man back. The dangle. McDonald gets it away. Merkley finds Santavori now. Santavori all by himself. Santavori is going to shoot that thing on Lukin, an easy save, but we do... I don't like the way our first line is playing. Although our first line against one of their weaker lines here, maybe, just maybe. I mean, they got Dylan Cousins, Cernkovich, and Colin White out there right now. I don't really call that a weak line, but our first line is still pretty well rested. Here we go. Zegras beat Dylan Cousins. He cannot. Santavori cannot get the puck off the faceoff. Juleson now up and out of the zone. Zegras is there. Zegras gets nudged off it, but he causes traffic at the blue line as they... I don't want to... Children, don't ask what that just was. McDonald now dumps that puck in deep, and we've established a dump and chase kind of team with this new coach, and it just seems to be working. But the Buffalo Sabres are going to get that thing out to Dylan Cousins, who's going to dump it deep himself. McDonald's there against Cernkovich. Tomasino now. Phil skates with it. Phil gets into the zone and dumps it down for Santavori. He's there early on Juleson. There we go, Cernkovich. The forecheck is working, Bjornfoot, but we can't get any offensive zone possession time, which is starting to scare me. Juleson now with the puck. Juleson goes across, picked off by Tomasino. We have a 2-on-1 developing. Comtois off the bench, finds Tomasino. No, he does not. He looks for him, but can't get it there. Colin White now circles back with it, but is getting forechecked pretty strongly. Comtois now on the forecheck aggressively. Dylan Cousins now around, finds Cernkovich through the middle of the ice. A lot of open space there for him. He shoots low. The rebound, he picks it up himself. It's not cleared. Gustafsson now is going to get stopped by McDonald. Pete Montgomery now on Gustafsson, and he's going to not nudge him off the puck. Able for McDonald to get it up to Comtois, who's going to help it across the line. Comtois can't get it there, but Merkley can. Merkley gets into the zone. Merkley finds Santavori, shot, scores! Taro Santavori in overtime! And we have taken a 3-1 series lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. Our star players are playing like star players. There we go. 5-4 in overtime. Taro Santavori on the assist from Ryan Merkley is gonna snap that thing home. And guys, you wanted to know if X Factors make a difference in the playoffs. They most certainly do. And we are now up 3-1 in the series, up against the Buffalo Sabres with home ice advantage from here on out. We need one out of our next 3, and I'd like to see one out of our next 1. Let's go. Game 5, first period. Nothing. Second period, it's 1-0. Trevor Zegras on Ukko Pekka Luukkonen. Here we go. We get a power play opportunity. A long one, too. We don't score on it. It's still 1-1. Halfway through the period, it's still a quiet 1-0 game as Peyton Krebs gets us up 2-1 in this one. I'm going to slow the clock down here, guys, because we are up 2-0 with 1 minute to go. We are going to jump in. You guys already know what it is. 2 minutes to go in the game here. 1.5. There it is. 1:18. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get in there. Let's lift the cup on home ice. Let's go. Your Anaheim Ducks are going to be crowned Stanley Cup champions, barring a monumental collapse in the next 121. The crowd is wild. The crowd is loud, and we win the faceoff. Dahlin gonna lift the cup in front of his former teammates. The shot, the rebound, Phil the Thrill Tomasino is gonna get another one for us and seal the deal. 3-0 in game 5. We are up 3-1, his 10th of the playoffs. There it is. The rebound goes wide. Tomasino is going to stuff that thing home. And Zegras with the assist on that one. We are up 3-0 as Buffalo brings out their first line. They don't have a chance anymore. Zegras wins the faceoff. Bet Eichel $100 there. He would win that faceoff. Jake Bean, though, does find Eichel on the breakout, though, but we can pretty much kick back and relax. Jack Eichel try. Ooh, a really good shot. That's classic Jack Eichel, though. Have fun, Vegas fans. Tomasino up to Santavori. Santavori's going to find Zegras. The congestion in the middle of the ice means he can't get through into the offensive zone. Pesce finds Eichel. Eichel, backhand shot. It's going to be loose. Roseanne tries to stuff home the rebound. Dahlin up to Phil the Thrill Tomasino. And maybe Tomasino is our clutch player. Maybe it's not as much. Actually, Santavori just scored in overtime in the last one. I can't believe I'm saying that. But Tomasino has been everywhere. Tomasino has been such a good player for us. That trade, Gibson for Tomasino, feels like such a win for us. And I just have to reminisce. The Tyler Toffoli trade looks great. The Dahlin signing looking great. The Zegras. Oh, buddy, you might want to look out the cups through the. I don't trust. Is this a Chinese cup? Is this the real Stanley Cup? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You're not doing your job there, Mr. White Gloves. So be better. Anyway, all the things. Drysdale playing with Dahlin, Chernak, Matt McDonald being demoted back to the second pairing. You know, McTavish really coming into his own. This team has been tremendous for us. Roseanne shot. The acquisition of Thatcher Demko as our goaltender really did change our fortunes around as well. I mean, Pete Montgomery having a great regular season as a rookie. And Peyton Krebs has been silently there, you know. Maxime Comtois, guys that have been there from the beginning. The Zegrases, the Drysdales, the Comtois. Rudolph Balcers finds Skinner over to Bean, but 2-1, and your Anaheim Ducks are the new Stanley Cup champions in year number 7. We have finally climbed the mountain. We've reached the apex, and now we get to lift Lord Stanley's Cup on home ice after beating the Sabres 3-0 in Game 5 and winning the series 4-1. That was a good Buffalo team. And guys, the things I said about that Colorado Avalanche series now remain true. What a tremendous series against a dominant team. They had lost once before in the playoffs. They had lost once. They were 8-1. And we went toe-to-toe. A thrilling series, could have gone either way. Some massive, massive moments in that series brought to you by Tomasino. Santavori popping off when we needed him to, and Demko having a good game when we needed it. But there's McDonald talking to Tyler Myers. Absolutely love it. Oh my word. Doig, that guy looks pretty good, so he's got a good future. Peyton Krebs there talking to Doig again. And here we go. Here's the team. Zegras, Chernak. I don't know who number 11 is. That's Braden Tracy. Landon McCallum, another guy we drafted that's finally here. And Phil the Thrill Tomasino is your Conn Smythe winner, as he should be. What a playoff run from Phil Tomasino. I absolutely love this guy. Philip, you will go down in Anaheim Ducks history. And here we go. Lord Stanley Cup, we are ready to pick it up and lift the cup. We should send Zegras over there soon, but we gotta get some pictures first. And there it is. There's the Stanley Cup floating on the table. Absolutely, it's so majestic it floats. But there's Zegras shaking the hands of the commissioner. He's gonna lift the cup. And here we go. Let's start the party in Anaheim. We have won the Stanley Cup finally after 7 long years. So many years of being a good team, but just never having a good time in the playoffs. And who do we hand it to second as he skates over the carpet? He's literally skating on the carpet. Merkley, teach us how to skate on the carpet, my guy, because that's impressive. Who gets the cup third? Oh, it's none other than Tomasino, I believe. I believe that's Tomasino. That is Tomasino. Give him another lap. Yeah, he gets a second lap. Oh, yeah, he's going to get a second lap, Tomasino. Oh, we love it. He is going to lift it and pass it off to Thatcher Demko, who really had a up and down playoffs, right? We did allow some goals, but when we needed him, he was there. And Demko is going to lift the cup for your Anaheim Ducks. And we have just, we finished it, guys. We finished it. We did it. Now can we defend our cup? Can we defend the Stanley Cup? And there it is. There's the picture. Snap it. And I am going to go ahead and take a screenshot of my own. Actually, I can't do that. And that's a bummer. But there we go. That is all she wrote for this playoff run. A full hour-long video. So I hope you guys know we win the cup and you stick through it. And if you are here, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? I hope you guys do comment that. I really want to see how many of you did make it to this far in the video. But we have just won the Stanley Cup, and that is not it for your Anaheim Ducks. There is more on the horizon. We have at least 2 more years before I start to think about putting this series down. But guys, thank you so much for the support. Remember, we're on the road to 4K. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.
It's a free for all.